Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Krakenfall, and today we're reacting to a Let's Game It Out video again. Yay! It's been a while. We're going to be reacting to I made $1 billion in 5 seconds and it changed reality. So I haven't seen a Hydroneer video in a hot minute. I still haven't played the game. It's on my list. I think I actually own it now, so I will be playing it. Probably on the channel. I've been stuck on Satisfactory, and now I'm playing Sons of the Forest on twitch.tv/Krakenfall. Hit that up if you're interested in streams. Yeah, I've been drifting all over the place in terms of games, so I still want to play Hydroneer. It's gonna happen. Don't worry, it's gonna happen. How we're back to him making $1 billion in 5 seconds? Like, how does he keep finding this stuff? Like... He's got the beds all stacked up again. Is that because he bought them with $1 billion, or did he spawn the beds without having to pay for it? I don't know. Also, those are gems? Didn't he have like really small gems before? Like when he removed the dirt and refined them into gems with those machines? Like those are big gems. So is this a new thing in the game? Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's rate this on a scale of Josh really doesn't value time to should we make a wellness check on Josh? And we are joined today by little Luca, who is our new kitten. He is friends with Hobbs. We got him about a month and a half, 2 months ago. He's doing well. He has a little kitty cold right now, which kind of sucks. He keeps on kicking my mic away. Sorry. He's got a kitty cold right now, so we're kind of like nursing him to health. He's got like these little crusty eyes, so we're taking care of him. He's got a vet appointment, but you know they're kind of booked out because they're super busy right now. But yeah, welcome Luca. He's very patient. He's just like his brother. He's very sweet, very patient, and fitting in the family. Yeah. You know, I'm just gonna hold him until he gets squirmy. We are playing Let's Game It Out Bingo today. If you want to play along, there's a link in the description or on the corner of the screen, and all you gotta do is click the link, click generate card, and you'll have your own unique bingo card so you can play along. I've got Psychological Warfare, Don't Need to Tell Me Twice, Graces Into the Chat, Thanks Devs for the Key, Vehicular Chaos, etc., etc. Feel free to use the bingo cards on your time to rewatch Let's Game It Out's videos, because it is really fun to see, you know, what you get with bingo. Which leads to the last thing. If you have not seen this video, please stop watching, click the link in the description or at the corner of the screen, and go see the video for the first time on Let's Game It Out's channel. Let's give him the views that he deserves, and then you can come back and we can enjoy the reaction together. So thank you for doing that. It helps us respect Let's Game It Out, and yeah, thanks for doing that. He's a little void egg. You played Stardew Valley. All right, let's go.
Hey there, it's Josh. Welcome back to Let's Game It Out. We're playing some Hydroneer today. My favorite game about mining, where I've spent several videos not doing any mining at all. But hey, who knows? Maybe we'll do some actual mining today. Oh, and also this video is sponsored by Opera GX, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. For now, it's new game time.
1 second. Cat shuffle. What you doing, bud? Okay, he's climbing. Alrighty then. Let's see if I can keep an eye on him.
What we really need to be doing is getting more money, and here's why. Welcome to the shop. There are many like it, but this one is closest. That's it. That's what it has going for it. And obviously, if we want some of these things, we're gonna have to buy them. Historically, I turn to these for starting cash. Only cost 52 coins, so I might have gone a little out of control, seeing as how I dug out this big hole right here. But that's okay.
We're really going
sure
back to basics.
Use for it anyway. Okay, let's see. What do we got here? There's another fishing rod under bulletproof glass, and then I guess we got this thing where we're supposed to pay with something. I can't just like, I don't know, take this, can I? What if I duck and shove my face underneath? Oh, nope, still can't take it. It was worth a shot though. Maybe cash is what this needs. Here you go. Huh, nope, not cash. What the hell do you want? Do you want more fish? Because if that's what you're after, I can do that. Here, have all these fish. What do you want from me? What else could I possibly
like a
pull
shrimp
from the ocean that you want? Oh.
There you go.
You want this thing? Well, okay then, let's just dump you right on top. What about now? Are we good? Finally! Wonky fishing pole, rank 2. Probably a step up from the previous pole. I'll be the judge of that,
Probably.
thank you. Time to fish all night. Oh, it's so boring. I don't have all this time to do all this fishing. Oh, but you know what I do have time for?
I feel
Using
there.
these things. Fishing pot. Construct in water and catch fish. Really? Tell me more. Well, it's there. Not sure what happens now. I assume we just wait. Well, that was easy enough. I think I
Wait,
know what happened.
isn't that like a crab pot? I don't know how that's supposed to work. I love crab. Like, I grew up on the Puget Sound. You can throw a crabbing pot. Well, you could. I don't know if you can anymore. There might actually be a ban on crab potting. But I had a neighbor that would take us out on his little boat and drop crab pots. And at the end of the day, we'd pick them up and then boil the crabs and eat them with melted butter. And it was the most amazing thing. It was Dungeness crab. Oh my gosh, it was so good. And I will always love crab because of that. Hot dang. I want crab now.
Next, right? Yeah, there we go. I may have added just a couple of these things. Essentially as many as the game would allow, up to the point where...
Now this looks like oyster farms or clam farms, because there is a couple famous oyster farms in the Puget Sound. I think one is called like Taylor Shellfish, and they source a lot of high-end restaurants like in Seattle and in other states as well, which is super cool. And I actually really like clams. Do you like clams? I don't know about oysters. I don't have oysters much myself, but I do like seafood.
It doesn't let you build anymore. And you're probably like, but Josh, that was probably expensive, right? How did you afford this? Look, I don't owe you any explanation, except that I might have done some mining by hand. But don't judge me. We're about solutions here. Okay, so let's see. Look,
okay, hold on. You're telling me that this is like the 4th Hydroneer video where Josh comes out, does the basic like beginning arc of Hydroneer over again, and then finds a completely different way to break the game. I've heard this is actually not true, but the definition of insanity is doing something the same time over and over again, but expecting different results, and he gets different results. Okay, so Josh is not insane? I just can't imagine myself doing the same thing over and over and over again. Although I do play Destiny, so, you know, maybe the joke's on me.
See the fish right now. Ugh, sardine. No, thank you. What about you? What do you have? Herring. That looks nothing like the picture of the thing I need. Kind of a lot of work to go to each and every one of these things. Position your mouse cursor so you're on the fish. Pull it out. Be disappointed. Throw it down, you can't like just... it doesn't matter. But I think I figured out how to speed it up. Come here, let me demonstrate. So when you put these things down, when it highlights blue, that means it's good to go. And if you try to put it where something already is, it turns red. But if you start the placement process right on this square, you can just keep placing it over and over and over on this one spot. And then once there's a fish in there, it turns out there's actually several fish.
Big brain.
Okay, well, I think we know where this is going. Okay, it's been a little while here. You wouldn't know it. Everything looks the same, but there's actually like 400.
This is amazing. This is amazing. I love glitches like this. It actually makes the game go so much faster. Like, cause what he's doing, right, is he collapses all the boxes into one, so he just has to point at the same place and keep on pointing and keep on picking up the fish. That's genius. Absolutely genius. Well done.
Of these in one little space. I collected all the ones in the river and did a little mining for some quick cash. Okay, let's see how picking up fish goes now. Oh my god, there's so many fish. Oh my god, it's still going. So I think what I'm learning, I don't think I can pick these things up fast enough before at least one of these nets catches another fish. Do you hear that noise? That's the nets constantly refilling. Hang on, where's my bucket?
That's
right
awesome.
There we go, picking up from the pot, dropping right into the bucket. Do you suppose there's a limit to how many fish you can put in it? So funny.
Oh, wait. That's a lot. So many hours later. So there's the time skip screen. How many can we as well? So we've got a couple. What do we have so far? I wouldn't say it's giga overkill. It's mega overkill, but not giga overkill. How many can we? Glitches through the world? Probably not, because he just glitched through that box, but he didn't really glitch through it. I would say that counts as cheese as the game for 100%. X hours later, there it is. Okay. I don't know if I'm actually going to get a bingo this time. Bingos are pretty rare for me.
Sat here and put fish in the bucket for a little while. If we go underwater, see, it's right there. And as you can see, a lot of them escape. Just got to move some fish out of the way so we can access the bucket. See, there it is. I just want you to know, I have absolutely no idea how many fish are in here.
This is going to blow up.
10,000. So let's pick it up. And
frame
the game
rate
froze. Wait, no, it didn't. Oh my god, the frame rate is so bad. This is how many frames I get while I'm walking and walking and walking. Thank god we don't need to go very far. Oh boy, we're getting there. Here's how buckets work in this game, by the way. The moment you drop something
that's like 2 seconds per frame.
It loses all collision. And for that reason, you can fill these buckets with a whole lot of stuff, which is why I have no idea how many items are in here. I tried counting, but once you get into the thousands,
I can't tell if he's cutting ahead. Sorry, I was trying to count frames. Maybe I should just use like an actual frame counter. That's absolutely seconds per frame. This is why we have separate cards for seconds per frame and frame slideshow, because you have situations where a frame takes longer than a second to actually change, which is a special brand of Let's Game It Out. It is an FPS slideshow. You just wait longer on each frame.
I'm almost there. Good God, this took forever. This is it. Put it down. I swear one day it's gonna get there. Slowly.
Okay, how much money do you think he'll get? Because this is probably not the billion. I think in the past he's had this be like 20K, 6 figures. Yeah, I'm gonna guess 900,001 because then it's over 900,000.
Surely. Okay, let's see how we did. That's looking promising. Oh my God, 1.5 million. Amazing.
Okay,
well, before we sell,
that's a lot. That's a lot more than I expected. I guess his frame rate is down to like 3 seconds per frame. So if he gets $1 billion from this, that means 1 billion. That's $1 billion, right? Divided by 1.5 million. 1,500,000. He needs 666 buckets. So either he's going to cram more fish into buckets or he's going to put 666 buckets in. This is cursed. This is so cursed. You need to add millions of currency tile to the bingo. That's a good idea.
All that. We should probably at least dump it out and see what it looks like, right? Of course we should. Here goes nothing. Oh, there we go. Now there goes the fish cube and impact. What a splatter.
That's going to explode.
Everything separates out. All you see are eyeballs, eyeballs.
Oh, I'm sad it didn't explode.
It's stuck on this screen for a really, really long time. I'm going to guess.
So that does beg the question, how does Hydroneer's physics work then? Because, wait a second. In the past Hydroneer videos, we saw that the interaction of the collision boxes between the trucks and the pallets created some kind of like telescoping physics values. So like the collision boxes were overlapping and was creating a repulsion force and causing it to do the weird glitchy cursed truck in the air thing. But these fish, I guess they're not attached like the truck and the pallet were. So you don't have that constriction of having the pallet and the truck repeatedly causing that telescoping physics interaction. I would have expected these fish to have the same kind of thing happen, but only one direction, right? They're all condensed into one section and they're all have their own collision boxes that want to be separate and not inside of other items. So I would have expected as soon as he dropped that all of those fish that were tightly compacted, I mean, there's like 2,000 fish in this one picture, that it would have exploded, right? I thought it was going to explode. I wonder why it didn't. So what is different between the fish and the other fish versus the pallets and the truck? I don't know. I do know that Hydroneer uses Unreal Engine. Maybe there's a flag in Unreal Engine that, like, you know, maybe fish have a limited number of collision calculations that they can do, you know? Maybe the fish doesn't apply acceleration. Oh yeah, maybe that's the flag. Because you could totally turn off acceleration for a collision interaction. Oh, that's a good point. So yeah, I guess this could be at the point where the developers updated the game to prevent that acceleration between collision boxes from happening. So maybe this is post cursed truck patch. They reduced the collision box size and the acceleration for fish gems after being joshed so many times. Get joshed. Oh, that's too perfect. Do you think Let's Game It Out would be mad if we started using that? Oh man, I got joshed up. Let's move on.
Every single one of these little fishies is trying to have its physics calculated as we speak, but it hasn't crashed yet, so...
There it is.
Oh, wait, there it goes.
Game crashed.
Yeah, maybe let's not do that.
I think that's a card, right?
I'll just take
Game
my
crash?
money, thank you. Well, now that we got cash in hand and an easy way to replenish it, it's probably time to do some shopping. But we can think bigger than this. After all, we can find more items in Bridgeport. And here we are in lovely Bridgeport.
They have a sign. Yeah, so I have heard that Hydroneer developers put a sign for Josh, like a wanted poster for Josh in the game. And yeah, DeWolf, that's probably because they got Josh so many times, they have a bounty on him now.
Okay, let's see. Where's the first place we want to spend our money? Now, normally, I like to swing by this place, Fabric's Fancy Furniture, because I have a fun history of stealing from this place. Hey, wait a minute. Do you see what I see? What the hell is this sign right here? Gasp. Wanted.
Hey.
Let's game it out. Reward. 1 billion coins.
Nice.
Well, I never. Turned
That's a
down an
challenge.
opportunity
That's
to
a
make
challenge
money.
right there.
Looks like we know the first thing we're buying. Hey there, Mini Nuke. Come with me. You know what they always say? To make an omelet, you gotta break a few eggs. Back in the saddle
Nice.
again. And let's just hop
That was
down
the Halo
here.
respawn sound,
Cube
wasn't it?
Dela, let's game it out. Come here, you. And down you go.
Ow, be careful.
Shut up, me.
Hi,
You're
Hobbs.
worth too much to care.
Oh, he's wet. Were you drinking in the shower? He likes hanging out in our standing shower when there's water still, and he'll drink that even instead of the cups of water we set out because he's a drinky boy. He needs to drink a lot. So he'll sit in there like a freaking cigar lounge. He'll just be like, what's going on? So yeah, that economy. What about it? He's like, oh, you're so wet, dude. Ugh. I hope that's from the shower. All right, cat break. Hi. He's snooping you guys right now.
Now, where were we? Huh, that's a funny way to
Negative.
say billion, but whatever.
Ah, my soul.
What happened? Josh Cube, talk to me. Oh, fiddlesticks,
Wait a second.
it's gone. Oh, we're back in the saddle again. And let's just hop down here. A Cube Dela, let's game it.
Okay, so he blew up all the fish. So he... What happened? I don't understand. There's nothing there. He just blew up a nuke.
Back in the saddle again. Gone. Well, everything feels the same. Kinda. All my work here is gone. And over here in the shop, there's an extra table. Haphazardly shoved in front of the other tables. Full of mysterious curiosities. Creative wand. Oh my god. I must be in creative mode now. I remember the devs talking about this. And if it's true, I can just steal anything. So let's find out. The legends are true. We are in creative mode.
Wait. Is he saying that he activated creative mode by selling over $1 billion worth of goods? I don't understand. Like, why would that? Okay, first of all, that's an overflow condition, right? Because if it is if it is hitting the max number, which might be $1 billion, I don't know. Usually it's higher than that if you're going off of like, you know, 16-bit numbers or 8-bit numbers or something like that. Oh, he's just noticed that creative mode is an option. Okay. I thought he was doing some kind of weird, like, memory hacking by, like, overflowing something and then, like, resetting the game and it, like, tries to, like, maybe the game tries to save the memory to cache or to your save file or something, and then it creates a condition to, enable creative mode, which would be insane. That would be insane. Things like that do happen. Like technical hackers or like glitchers, you know, people that can rewrite Game Boy Advance cartridges or something by doing memory hacks to like fill registers with specific developer codes. Like it's pretty intense. Like if you look at actually how memory hacks work, like they can get pretty intense. I thought he was doing that. You know, old Game Boy Pokemon runs do it all the time. Yeah, exactly. If you want memory hacking to be what happened, we can all pretend that's the case. I mean, maybe.
Finally, we can do anything we want. Let's start by trashing the place. Oh yeah, now that's what I'm talking about. This is what victory feels like. Climbing on top of a pile of crap and looking down at a bunch of beds that I'm gonna call casualties. You know what I did forget to do though, is grab those specialty items before they got buried forever. That's okay. I grabbed a couple just in case.
And yet I find myself again asking Josh, why? It doesn't matter. You're not stealing them. It's creative mode. It's giving to you for free. So why do you have to make a mess?
Now this hourglass does something very special. You can adjust the time of day.
Oh,
and then
nice.
also
I wish every game had that.
pause it. And next up we got the flight cap. Put it on, look to the skies, and gravity is a thing of the past. And you feel fashionable. Looks like I'm up as high as I can go. Quickly, to the borders of the map.
Nice.
Let us have adventure. Oh. We hit an invisible wall. Still, being able to fly to the boundaries of everything is gonna come in mighty handy. And lastly, we have this magic wand, the creative wand. Duplicates items and can destroy them. I'll be the judge of that. Ah, very nice. Now be gone. You know what's another great perk of creative mode? Prawns be damned, I want that fishing rod now. Isn't it great? Ah, what fishing rod would I like to use today? Oh, there's just so many, I don't know which one to choose. I don't know, maybe one will choose us. Ah, perfect. I choose you, fishing rod. Here in creative mode, besides shoplifting, we can place stuff anywhere we want. So I guess that means we literally own the place now. Okay, so let's get started. And what a
So if you can place things in non-building areas in creative mode, can you do decorations and things too? Like, could you potentially build your own Hydroneer map and then like distribute it as a mod to somebody? Because that would be cool. Can you mod Hydroneer? I would assume so.
Believe to only have to grab one of each thing, since our magic wand will take care of the rest. I like the idea that we can just take dynamite, just kind of willy-nilly drop it in here with all the other stuff. And now it's time to take all this stuff to our first destination. Here we are at beautiful South Hope. I sure hope not. Speaking of south, we should probably do a little starter digging. And sure, we could use a shovel, but I'm pretty sure we're above that now. Isn't that right, Dynamite? I'm sure you're up to the task, right? And a whole bunch of your closest friends. Okay, there we go. Just gonna make a nice
Watch the dude who talks to his dynamite.
little space. Sure beats digging by hand. Hopefully this'll do the trick. I sure south hope it will. Ah, that's more like it. Okay, you go there, and you go there, and as you can tell, I have no order for anything. Just like I like it. And of course, we're gonna need a way out, and nothing says expensive operation like a dirt ladder leading out. You can laugh all you want, but it totally worked. So as a reminder, we're still gonna see if we can find this onyx
OSHA
material,
approved.
because apparently it's really, really rare. Okay, so we got a couple different types of drills
OSHA
we
wouldn't
can
approve
use.
that.
This one here is called the ram drill. All right, let's give this a shot. Ah, perfect. Little crappy pieces of dirt. Awesome. Let's make a couple more. There we go. Even better. Got a bunch of drills and they're all working, except they have nowhere to go quite yet, so it's just piling
That
up.
was
So we're gonna
satisfying.
use these little vertical guys
For the camera to
really
be moving
get
at the same
dirt
speed
moving.
as the
We're
rocks.
gonna set up a different area for processing. Hold, please, while I build some stuff. And we're back. Who wants a tour? I know I do. Our journey begins, as you'd expect, with these little rocks. It's time to head to town. And it's at this point that we have a series of zigzagging back and forth conveyor belts that take us all the
We
way
need a
into
travel song, like a
Bridgeport, where they
little
take a little
folksy
deviation
travel
from
song
Main
for the
Street to
rocks.
cut through- It's quite a climb.
Please hold.
And it's time.
Okay. Yeah. Please hold. Hold, please. And he got a key from the Hydroneer devs, right? I think so. Man, I don't know if I'm gonna get a bingo. Maybe across psychological warfare. We might be able to get that. Josh can't even. That one remains to be seen.
And then it's time for a painfully long jaunt all the way out of town until we
Super
get to
long, windy
lovely
path as
Direct
well.
Quarry. And eventually we come to this, the grinder. This cuts the rocks into smaller rocks so that they can more easily drop into this funnel, which takes us to the next part of our place, where rocks fall down in order to become gems. Rocks fall in, and out come various minerals. Now it's time to head back to the surface, where our little mineral friends get to take a little climb. A very little climb. That's right, they gotta go up in the sky again, and for that they gotta go up the—
This is somewhat satisfying. I don't know, like when you start up the machine that starts pounding the rocks out and then sending it on the conveyor belt and you walk away, you know that those rocks are going to get all the way across this endless long and windy path and eventually get where they need to go. Like that is satisfying. It's like those vacuum tube things you see at like Costco or the bank where you've got the little pen and money, put the giant pill and you put it in the tube and it goes shoom. I don't know why that's satisfying to me. Tornado, that is a tornado. Let's update the card. We got tornado, we've got long and windy path. So I need vehicular chaos and NPC abomination. Ooh, vehicular chaos. Yeah, he crashed the tractor. So I'm gonna say that. I mean, it's not very chaotic, but it's chaotic enough. So I need psychological warfare, or Josh can't even, or he's fine. Ooh, he's fine might be it. Is this Giga overkill? You know, let's leave the jury. Let's leave it to the jury for now. I'm kind of leaning towards it is Giga overkill, but you know, the difficulty is that Josh. Often when he'll do multiple things at the same time. So like Giga Overkill plus Super Windy Path plus Tornado, like it's all the same thing. So maybe it is. I'll hold off for now though.
Spiral, and once they've reached the top, it's time for another journey, which takes your gems to this little guy. Now it's time to head back down, all the way down.
I dig this.
Daisy, watch your step. And for the blessed few that make it, it's time for a washing.
I like Rube Goldberg machines.
System. And now that the materials are
They're
nice
fun.
and polished, it's time for their descent back to where they started, on the ground, back at the original campsite, where I can come over and crawl on my hands and knees, pick them up by hand, and see if there's any
without
in
knee
here.
pads. Because of course.
No. So I'm just gonna let this run for a little while, and then we'll check back in. See you shortly. Okay, it's been 8 hours or so. Let's see how we did. Ah, I see. No gems at all. That's the process working. Let's see if we can figure out what happened. You might notice that the frame rate's doing really well, which makes me feel very optimistic. As we head along the thoroughfare, we can see that even though we have some casualties,
oh my
a lot of
gosh,
rocks are still making it down the conveyor belt. And
what
as we
the
get
hell?
closer to the part where it makes the gems, I couldn't help but notice we have very few rocks that made it this far. And also due to the sluggish frame rate, I couldn't help but notice how long it's taking these. In fact, I sat here and watched this one rock to see how long it would take. And while I sped it up for you, it took 30 minutes for a rock to go this distance. And then once it got down into the facility, it took another 30 minutes. And then the trip up from here took 45 more minutes. And do you want to know?
I mean, color me impressed. I mean, Hydroneer isn't crashing with 30 minutes for what has to be less than 100 frames. Like the fact that the CPU is being given so many instructions that it cannot process things that it normally would process in less than a second, less than a tenth of a second across, you know, 20, well, you said 25,000 speed, right? So it's 25,000%. So I wonder if, and I don't think we can get an answer, but I wonder if the CPU, if the engine is getting so bogged down that the reason there aren't many rocks on the conveyor belt is because the physics calculations are getting so bogged down and backed up that they're getting abandoned. Like we're losing threads, like threads are dying. And so the actual like results of those scripts, like the result of those calculations aren't actually returning to the engine. And so the engine is like, what do I do? Throw it away, I guess. And so it's just either causing physics glitches where it can't maintain a history of locations or world locations. And it's either like applying a transform on it where it just warps it somewhere else, or, you know, it like causes a faulty physics calculation and it throws it out or something. Why else would there not be a lot of rocks? Maybe the mining machines are the lowest on the queue in terms of priority. So CPU process is another thing. If you have limited resources, your engine and actually Windows itself will apply a threat, like a priority to your process or whatever, you know, OS you're using. And so if the mining machine has the lowest priority, then it's waiting the longest in between ticks, like iterations of guessing that there is a mountain of gems at the end. Probably the mountain of gems that we saw on the thumbnail, to be honest. Okay, I would say that it's probably the mining machines that are being deprioritized in process. Interesting. I don't know. The Hydroneer is cool. Like I am so surprised at how many bugs, you know, are possible in this type of game, but at the same time it's performing so well. Like, you know, chances are when you develop a game with a general engine like Unreal, it's very easy. Well, this is my assumption. So I'm not a game developer. I've only used Unreal Engine very lightly to try and set up my own scenes, and for cinematic purposes, not like a game loop or anything like that. But I would assume it's a lot easier to use an engine wrong and cause bugs because of that than to use it right and just have poor performance, right? So like Hydroneer seems pretty well designed, you know, for all of its jank, it seems pretty well designed. So kudos, that's awesome.
Where its journey ended, 2 hours later, they got stuck on these little ramps. That was their triumphant journey. They didn't even make it to the rest of the stuff. Well, I'm gonna call that a huge success. We didn't find any onyx, but we found something even better. The friends we made along the way. Nah, I'm kidding. We ruined the frame rate, and that's enough for me. So I hope you had fun. I know I did. Thanks again.
Oh
to
no,
Opera GX
we
for
don't get to see what's at the end of the
sponsoring. Link in
conveyor belt.
description, and I'll see you.
Okay, wait. So what? What was causing the frame rate lag then? Because he left it and the rocks weren't getting generated, and they weren't making it, like they were getting stuck on the conveyor belt, which I assume again is like CPU resource like calculation is just not happening, and so the engine is doing error correction and deleting things or deleting elements of the conveyor belt, like maybe the physics aren't happening, which is why they're stuck now. Yeah, we gotta back up. We gotta back up.
Notice that the frame rate's doing really well, which makes me feel very optimistic. As we head along the thoroughfare, we can see that even though we have some casualties, a lot of the rocks are still making it down the conveyor belt.
Okay,
and as we
that my whole earlier thing where I was saying that the miners are getting bottlenecked, that's wrong.
Oh, that's the process working. Let's see if we can figure out what happened.
Okay, that's right. I forgot that it ends at the beginning.
Doing really well,
and okay, so all the rocks are getting generated and then bottlenecked at the beginning. So everything I said is basically wrong. And we just have so many entities on the screen that the entire engine is slowed to a crawl. Fun. Okay, never mind. Maybe at the end we're having like failed threads where the physics of the rocks that are getting stuck on the conveyor belt are like losing its physics calculations somewhere. I don't know. Interesting to think about. It'd be really fun to like open up this build of Hydroneer in a debugger and see what's happening with Josh's save. I'm sure. I wonder if the Hydroneer devs did the same thing that the Satisfactory devs did and got Josh's saves. That would be hilarious. Do the Satisfactory devs, did they do a live stream of loading up Josh's save? That would have been really fun to watch. So it turns out that it was in fact a new item that Josh found a new way to break in a glorious way. I freaking love that glitch. That's just nice. Like the fact, why can you not interact with the cage and just pick up the fish? Why do you have to like mouse over the fish itself? That's annoying. I would have totally used Josh's hack there. Do the buckets still allow you to put an unlimited number of items in there? I mean, it's limited by the resources of the machine, you know, of the engine and your machine. But yeah, that seems like a broken thing. You should not have a container that is unlimited. You should probably have a container limit of like 200 items at max. Like that's still unrealistic. How are you gonna put 200 fish in one bucket unless they're like minnow sized? Well, let's take a look at our bingo card. All right, we did a vote, and according to chat, the fishing and just the stuff Josh has done is giga overkill. That means I have a bingo. Yay! Sorry, Hobbs. Is that my first bingo? It is my second bingo, I think. I've had a rough time with the bingos for sure. That was good. It's been so long since I watched a Hydroneer LGO video. I'm pretty happy that I did. Thank you, Josh, for all of your craziness. And yeah, and thank you for watching. So one thing before I go, I will be reacting to more Spiffing Brit soon. So if you have any Spiffing Brit videos you'd like me to watch, or other Let's Game It Out videos, or any related videos, let me know in the comments, you know, what you'd like to see. We will be building a bingo card or bingo board for Spiffing Brit. So hit up twitch.tv/Krakenfall. Usually Thursdays is when I do the reactions. Come on, head over, help me build that board. And yeah, this has been fun. Yeah, I hope you have a wonderful weekend, wonderful week. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.